Dave, I got a great deal on a cell phone contract.
Good for you.
Just about a year and a half ago, and it started when T-Mobile, one of the little guys in the rather concentrated business of cell phones, started a price war. They offered unlimited data for a low price, then Verizon had to join them, and I bought a Verizon plan. It's really cheap. Now I'm worried if that will happen again, because T-Mobile, one of the two little guys in this business, is going to merge with Sprint, the other little guy, and instead of 4 competitors, we're going to have 3. So I'm wondering whether, we'll see any more price wars if they get to do that.
Well, they would be, roughly on a par with Verizon or AT&T if this merger goes through, and those 3 companies would control 98% of the market. So it's quite likely that they would just kind of call a truce on all this price cutting, unlimited data, all the other promotions they've done. That is the worry.
Now, if you talk to T-Mobile and Sprint, they say 5G, the next generation, super fast connectivity and all that stuff, and they say because we'll be so big, we'll be able to lead the industry into that, and you all get super fast and all these other whiz bang gigaws on your cell phones, and
that is their sales pitch. The Trump administration is all about jobs, and it's all about international competitiveness. So Sprint and T-Mobile are coming to the antitrust enforcers and saying, hey, you got to approve this deal so the U.S. can be a leader in 5G technology, and we'll create all these jobs, putting it in.
I have doubts about this. I mean, 5G is coming, and these guys are going to have to do it anyway. If they don't do it, the little guys don't do it, the big guys, the Verizons, AT&Ts will do it, and if they don't match them, then they're going to have to give their 4G service cheaper to those of us who don't need 5G. And I think the thing is, keep competition. There's not much competition there to begin with.
No, there's not. And when AT&T tried to buy T-Mobile a few years ago, the Justice Department turned it down. Of course, that was the Obama administration. We'll find out what the Trump administration's take is on this, but this is, if you just use sort of traditional antitrust metrics and, market share, this would be turned down flat.
It would be turned down flat, and I think it should be turned down flat, and I suspect it will be turned down flat because President Trump, in his campaign, was always railing against, lack of competitiveness, lack of these mergers. That was a theme. So I can't see his antitrust enforcers allowing this to go through. What do you think?
I would be surprised if they allowed it to go through, but but I think it's possible. I mean, they are talking jobs, and if they if Trump can buy that as a talking point, his Justice Department could probably find a way to let it sail through.
Of course, mergers usually eliminate jobs; they don't create jobs. And I suspect if this goes through, my nice cheap cell phone service, relatively cheap, is going to go.
I think consumers would definitely see higher prices. T-Mobile would no longer be the maverick, the uncarrier, as they say in their ads. They'd be just one of the big 3, and they would have every incentive just to behave just like the other 2 and carve the market up between them.
And I'd be screwed.